Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. I'm so sorry that it's taken me so long to get this video up, but I promised when I did a haul that we would remake over a really not so pretty planner and turn it into more of an organizational center. And we're going to be doing that with this pen. I liked the papers, these papers. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the fronts or the backs of them, but I thought they were really pretty, and I like this green, and all the colors were really just really nice and bold. And anyway, long story short, I thought that this is what I would use as my front cover, and it looks fine with my pen. I had my pen before I had anything else, and I should have bought papers that matched it better, but I like this paper. I had it in my stash and I really liked it, and I don't even know if I know the name of the pad. Let me see if I have it here anywhere on the pad. I don't think I do. Nope, I thought I got rid of the back. Front, I mean, not the back, the front. So this is the paper we're going to go with for now. It's kind of a heavier paper, so that might be a problem. I might have to change out because it might crack. So we're going to kind of take this one step at a time. And the other things that I'm going to be using, I was at Michael's and they had 50% off their $1.50 or dollar items, and I thought this would be perfect, but it's just a little bit too big. And then I was looking around in the things I have, and I found this lip smacker bag that you get this time of year when you buy a bunch of lip smackers. And I thought this would be perfect because I can trim off this edge. And if I wanted to, I could cover it with some duct tape. And I might cover part of this with a green duct tape just to make it stick in my book really well. I haven't decided that yet. But let's do first things first, and we'll cut the back or the top off of our lip smacker bag because there is a really nice seam. There's actually two really nice seams, but let's go with this seam and see if I can cut it enough that we can get it so we like it. And all we're going to be putting in here would be our pen and our washi tapes. And I really like the idea of having washi tapes accessible when I'm doing something like this, because with planners now, the sky is the limit, and my girlfriend is a bank manager, and I thought it would be nice for her to have a bag that would have everything she needs right at her disposal, and I think that'll fit. Might need to cut it down just a titch more on the top there. Let me see if I can just get a little bit more off the top. I just want to make sure it fits inside without any, once I shut it, without any problem at all. How about that much more? Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so now we know we've got this in place. Now what I'm going to do, we might as well cover it first, but one of the things I want to make sure of is that if you're playing along, I got this at the Dollar Tree, but one of the things I'm going to do is put what we'll call an extra pad of paper in the back, and I'll cover that with other paper. So the first thing we're going to do is, if you've never done this when you were a kid, we're going to make a book folder, basically, like we did when we were kids. And the way we did it when we were kids is you kind of centered things. That looks about center. And I'm doing this just for the top and the bottom. We're going to have to do the sides a little bit differently, I think. And that's about right, I think, for our bottom. Okay, so then you're going to use your sides, hopefully I'm in the frame. We're going to use our sides to make sure we're straight. And we're going to fold our paper. And I'm just going to fold it gently. That's what it looks like right now, and I'm going to fold on my seams a little bit on my binding. And that way she'd be able to, just in the front, I'm not going to do the same on the back because we're going to be moving the back a little bit. But that's the front. Now it'll stay closed once we've done everything we need to do to it. But that's where we stand right now. So we've got it. We've got our calendar already covered. That's our first step. So we know that our book is about 7.5 inches high, so I wanted to make an insert for the back cover, and what I did was I measured it and I made this about 7.25, and I had to make it shorter than the inside cover of the book because I need to be able to close it and not see this piece. So I made it about 8.5 inches wide, and then I scored it in the center at 4.25. So this is going to be another edition, and in this edition is where we're going to put our little notepads. So we're going to put different post-it notepads in different colors in here, and that way she's going to have a lot of different things to write on, and she's also going to have some diversity because I'm going to make sure that there are different types of notepads in here. So we're going to do that next, and after that then we'll connect it. Well, maybe we'll connect it first. Let's do that first. I have to put a little bit more tear tape on the back, and I'll take the backing off this tear tape, and I don't like you to have to watch that, so I'll have Rich eliminate that part of the video so you won't watch me taking backing off the tear tape for 20 minutes. So this is going to go in our back cover. Now I'm not going to attach this piece down because I really want it to be kind of free floating. I think I want to have it open like that. That way when she opens her book, yeah, that makes sense. When she opens her book, all of the post-it note things will be still protected in there. And then I'm going to push it down so that we're sure it's in here really securely. Now we can put our other pieces and parts of paper in here. And I'll just put more tear tape on these just to make sure they're really well protected. Going this way. Put that one right there. Okay. So that'll be that one. Put that one right there. And I did put quite a bit of tear tape on the back of both of them. And what I was thinking was we could put something like this in here, but in order to do that I think I'm going to have to tear it probably in half. So that's how much of our pad we have left, and my plan for this is that I'm going to take a piece of this and cover it. So let me measure that up and put that on there, and I'll be right back. Okay, before I do anything else, I wanted to put my ribbon inside to make sure that she has a bookmark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it to the inside of the black part, and I'm going to put it right in the center. I have already put tear tape on it, and I'm just going to push it in there. I put tear tape on both sides, and I made it long enough if she wants to cut it down, she can, but I made it so that she would be able to, you know, put it in there. And as I said, she can cut it down if she wants, but that's the length I made it. And our inside this piece is done. Put that in there. And I thought about putting another pad of paper inside, and what I decided, it would make it too bulky. So the next thing I did, I decided that I couldn't glue this in the book because if I did, the book would be too bulky. So I think I'm going to put it in my zipper bag with my pen and my washi tape. I wanted to have more paper, but I just don't want my book to be so bulky that she can't open or close it. So what I did was I measured the width and the height of the paper, and then I took into consideration this, which is about 1/4 inch. So I added the height and then the height of the back and then this piece to get my total height that I needed my cover to be. And then I just used my my scoring tool, and I scored the top so it would be folded, so that all I'd have to do, hopefully, is set my book in here straight so that you can't see it when you've closed the book, hopefully. That's our goal. And I'm going to really push the top down. I have tear tape on the whole back and on that piece. And then there is our little pad. Now I'm going to really do a nice job of folding this top down so the top stays. But if it didn't stay, all I would have to do is put a little piece of ribbon on there, you know, tie it with a little belly band type thing. But so here is our pad that matches our book, and we could set it in our book, and my plan is just to put it in there. I measured our front cover, just this, you know, this piece, and then I put tear tape on the back of it so we can put that in and set it in place so that the front cover is also done. Okay, so there is our paper that we're going to line the front cover with, and we'll just set this in here as close to the center as we can, making sure that we cover it as evenly as possible. Now, okay, so we've got the front done, the back done, we've got our pad. We have to decide what to do with this at this point. If I tape it, if I stick it to the inside right here, the only thing that will show is this side. I don't know. Do you think that's too obnoxious? So let's put some tear tape on the back of it. And I think in the end we are going to need to do a belly band to hold it closed because we're going to have, you know, just a little bit too much bulk in there. Not a problem. It's just something we're going to have to take into consideration. Now this time I think I'm going to make the zipper go out because we can make sure that she can, let me make sure I center it. She will be able to keep it safe. If you'll remember, the reason we did the paper in the back the way we did it was so that if it came unglued, it wouldn't come out. Well, this is zippered in, so it definitely should not come out. It's stuck in there secure and for good. That's good. Now we'll just put our washi tape in and our pen, and I'll contemplate. There's one roll. I'm not sure how many rolls of washi you really need to put in a planner, but a lot of people like different patterns. I should have showed you the patterns. There's one of them. It's a stripe. One is a heart. One has arrows, and I think I'm going to take that one back out. It doesn't have a purpose, I don't think. I think if it has hearts on it, you could be celebrating birthdays and it says love, or you could remember Valentine's Day or your anniversary, just anything that makes sense. And then this one that has arrows, they could be something that you want to point to a certain time or date that you don't want to forget. Same with this one, it looks like an arrow. I thought both of those made sense. And the one that's lines, I thought that was just something that would make sense to highlight an area. Anyway, that's why I chose the ones I did choose. And then the last thing I need to do is figure out what I do with my pen again. And she has room for more pens if she wants them. But 3 rolls of washi ought to be good. So at this point, here's where we stand. I think what I want to do now is get another piece of this ribbon. So I decided I needed to put something in there for some paper clips. I cut a piece of paper about 1.5 inches long, and I measured my book, and I decided I wanted it to be just a little bit short of both sides. So it's about 1/2 inch shorter than the book. And I put the paper clips on it first before I put it on, just to make sure that my paper is going to be able to, you'll be able to move it and pull them in and out. I could have done the bottom, but I didn't with the glue or the tear tape, because what if she wanted to use longer paper clips? So I wanted to make sure that she just had them to use and everything, would work with them. I wanted to show you how I straighten out my ribbons. And in case you've never seen me do this, I have this little mini hair straightener that I got from eBay, and it was from China, and it's very, very little, but it gets really super hot. I'm going to go this way. And all I do is you put the ribbon in and you just gently pull it through, and it acts like a nice iron, and it just straightens your ribbon out. And that will be, we're going to put this around our entire book. So here's our book at this point. We have in the front we have our washi and our pen. Can you see all that? And then her personal information. I wanted to leave that there so that she could have her information in there. Then we have this ribbon that's inside there somewhere. There it is. So that she can put it in, for whatever, wherever she is in a year. So she can just lay that flat and she can find it. Then in the back we have this section that's got 2 different sizes of post-it notes, plus her little section of paper clips. And then I think we're going to put this around the front like that. I think I'm just going to run a line of tear tape around the center. My quest to make sure I have kind of straight. Well, actually, it'll be easier if I just do it like this, won't it? All of a sudden, I'm a rocket scientist, or I just figured something out. I'm MacGyver again, every once in a while. Okay, now we can close it up. I am going to put some fray stop on my ribbon, just because I want to make sure that it doesn't fray. Now I have her initials. This is her pad. We can just put that in there. I can just slide it in. where this is the front where her washi is. So I can just slide it in there. Make it a little bit bigger. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but right here you can see the black book. All I'm going to do is, once I'm done, I'll just trim that down, and then you won't be able to see that at all. And in the meantime, let me get her letters. I'm not certain if I definitely want to do this, but instead of putting them there, maybe I'll just put them on that notepad. Maybe I'll just put them here. Maybe like that. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, let me put those down and I'll be right back. So here's our little pad. I put her initials on it, and then I put this little belly band on it. I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm just going to put that inside, and then we're going to tie it closed. I'll take it off screen just for a second. Okay, so our book is closed, and you wouldn't have to have that pad in there, but once it's closed, I thought I would also decorate the front of the band. I just thought they might look neat if I just put a few of them on, and not a bunch. If she doesn't like these, she can always take them off, or if she just wants to have a very simple look, she can clearly just do something else. So that is our planner in a nutshell. I want to go through it one more time. In the inside, we have 3 rolls of washi tape and a pen, and we have the zipper container that will stay for good. We can take this notepad out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like with that out and it closed. Then we have the ribbon in the inside to mark our page. Then in the back, we have this page that has, these are all post-it notes, and then we have some paper clips, and that closes in that way. So if we close it without our notepad in there, it closes a lot better and makes it a lot tighter. There's the bow tied without this in there. So you can see it makes it a lot flatter without it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.